Hi again, people. It's me again with my Stargate Universe review. This time I'm going to talk about the episode Time, which is the 8th episode of season 1. It was a pretty amazing episode, actually. I think one of the more, I won't say one of the best, but I'm going to say one of the more original in this in the first part of the first season. There are so many interesting things in that episode that I actually don't even know where to start. It was kind of strange. Like, they arrive there and they find this Kino, and there's a Kino already there, and they're like, what the hell is it doing there? So they take the Kino, they get it back, they start watching, and they're watching themselves doing things that they actually don't remember doing, which is kind of odd. And then they realize, okay, this happened in an alternate reality caused by some sort of time lapse, which was kind of, in a scientific way, point of view, was pretty funny, pretty amazing. It's interesting to go and play with things like that we actually don't have any. Well, it's hard to know that it is possible, but on a theoretical level, it is supposed to be possible. So they're stuck there in this kind of time loop, trying to actually undo some stuff and survive the day without all getting killed by a virus that is in the water supply they brought from the ice planet, the one in the Hut system. It was funny. It was a funny kind of situation. I like I know it's a pretty used image, the one from the to be or not to be, with its skull in your hand. But it was actually interesting to realize after a while in the episode that the skull that Dr. Rush was having in his hand and looking like that was his own skull. It was actually a bit scary, a little bit scary concept. But it was, all in all, it was interesting. I liked the view they used when they were filming this episode. It was original. It was nice touch. It was different. It was interesting in a totally artistic kind of way. It was really, really interesting. I liked it with the fuzzy corners around, like you're actually watching all through a Kino, an actual Kino, and you're watching it all, and it makes you step back a bit from what is actually happening, because you have really, even more than usual, you have the impression that you're watching this through some kind of lens or something. So I thought it was actually nice. I liked. At first, I felt a bit sad that we didn't actually see how it turned out when they realized what was happening, and they realized that they were stuck in a time loop, and that they could still undo the bad things that had happened and make sure some people would survive. But I've seen they did a webisode, Kino footage about that, and I think it was a nice touch because they couldn't fit it in the actual episode, but they actually managed to do a webisode about it, so it was really nice. But it was nice also to imagine in my I was imagining in my mind that they kept going on and on and on, a little bit like the time loop episode in Stargate SG-1, where O'Neill and Tilk are stuck in the time loop, and they actually end up doing some pretty stupid things just because they're tired of doing all the time the same things, and they know they're gonna start again over and over and over again, and they actually decide to take a break, and I actually decide to go play golf with a Stargate. That was a really, really funny episode. That was one of the funniest Stargate SG-1 episodes, and I thought that I liked the concept of the time loop within the Stargate universe. So I thought it was really interesting to bring it into Stargate universe. It was nice to see how they would cope with that. It was a bit sad that they didn't go on more, but they couldn't actually go on more with the time loop in that episode, in this kind of situation, before getting really, really boring. So they had to do it once or twice, because to make us see that they are stuck in a time loop and see how they deal with it, and then you have to imagine the rest of the situation before it got under control all by yourself, and it was nice. I actually, all in all, think it was a really nice episode, really interesting, not pretty funny, but still pretty interesting on the human aspect, and on the artistic aspect, and all the originality of that episode. I think it's one that I liked a lot, even maybe one of those that I liked the most. So that's it for the episode time, and see you again for another review.